Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 155 of Enter Crypto, where twice a day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you would be interested in, then subscribe to my channel. I put out a new video every 12 hours. So the story I've got for you is from a website called Be In Crypto, or just In, actually they like to call themselves. It's from their markets section of the website and it's titled From Russia with Love. Government to subsidized crypto mining center. This is the Russian government, it looks like. So Russia has agreed to subsidize a large crypto mining facility in one of its most remote areas. The site will include 30,000 mining machines, employ 100 people and draw 100 megawatts from the power grid. Russia has recently softened its stance to crypto after economic pressures from the war in Ukraine. So, Russia has approved a large subsidized crypto mining center in Buryatia, a republic in the country's far east. It will open in the first half of 2023, house 30,000 mining machines, employ 100 people, and draw 100 megawatts from the power grid. 100 megawatts is enough to power tens of thousands of homes. As part of the incentives, the mining center will pay no land or property taxes, and its income tax rate will be lower. There will be a 50% reduction in the mining company's electricity costs. Dmitry Kamerovev, the director of the Buryatia KRDV, said, "These are zero taxes on land, property, insurance premiums reduced to 7.6%, reduced income tax rate. After connecting the residence facility to the unified national electric grid, the electricity tariff will be reduced by about half. For an energy-intensive enterprise, this is one of the most important support measures." The mining centre will be built by the Corporation for the Development of the Far East, a state-owned body established in 2012 to boost economic development in Russia's Far Eastern Federal District. The corporation provides support for some of Russia's poorest districts and republics, including investment projects in areas like transportation, tourism, energy, natural resources and innovation. Russia has softened its stance on crypto since the invasion. Before the war in Ukraine, the Russian government was cold on the idea of crypto, but since the invasion of their neighbour and the ensuing sanctions, crypto's ready-made alternative to the traditional financial system looks like a better idea. Last September, the Russian Federation agreed to allow crypto for cross-border payments. The central bank said in a statement at the time, "It is important to emphasise that we are not talking about the legalisation of crypto as a means of payment on the territory of our country." Deputy Finance Minister Alexei Moiseev reportedly said that the Bank of Russia and the Finance Ministry expect to legitimise cross-border payments in crypto soon. The country also plans to start its own national cryptocurrency exchange. However, the country still maintains a broadly negative stance on technology. So what we've seen here is that as sanctions have come into play and as the US have weaponized the dollar by basically ostracizing certain countries and not allowing them to partake in the SWIFT settlement system, they are looking for other ways to, or exploring at least, maybe not, sort of piloting and looking into other ways of how they can get around sanctions and how they can future-proof themselves if they fall foul of the American government again or at all. For example, we see countries like Pakistan who are, you wouldn't call them an enemy of the US, but they're not an ally either, you wouldn't say. So really, they are kind of looking at ways with crypto, along with North Korea, who you may actually call an enemy. Certainly, they would call themselves an enemy of the US, and it's just kind of proving crypto's use case in that it's very similar to gold. In that gold is sort of fungible. It can't be stopped. It's immutable. You would have to physically stop somebody trading in gold, and that's very difficult to enforce. And the same is with Bitcoin. Whereas with the SWIFT payment system or the digital dollar or any CBDC that we might get in the future, if the Bank of England or the ECB or the Federal Reserve don't want anybody to use the dollar, they can just switch it off. They can just switch that country off and stop them from using that currency. They control it. in a centralized way. Obviously, it's in the name, the central bank. Whereas you can't do that with Bitcoin. You can't stop somebody paying somebody in Bitcoin. You couldn't stop me giving somebody a gold coin or a silver coin as payment for something. So you could only physically stop me, but you couldn't do that for everybody. It's just not possible. It's too difficult to police or enforce. And so these sort of decentralized payment systems are all being explored, and it's really interesting to see, because when things go downhill like they have now for the government of Russia, I'm not saying it's justified or unjustified, I don't really comment on it, but it's just interesting to see that, you know, Bitcoin is kind of the winner out of this, that it really is a neutral player, and it's a tool for people to be able to be free of any sort of sanctions. And so it's a win for Bitcoin, is this. So that's the article. Another interesting article from Russia. It's always interesting to see how Russia, Ukraine, and where there's sort of stress on the current and legacy financial system, how that affects Bitcoin, and where Bitcoin can come in and fill the role of the old system. So that's what I've got for you. Remember, everybody, to please subscribe to my channel, join my team, and I'll keep you updated on all things crypto every 12 hours. Don't forget to smash the like button if you feel you got value from this video, and I'll see you all in 12 hours time.